Great. Well, thank you so much, MENA, for that wonderful interactive session, and for all of you who are here in the room and staying to hear about the Aspire Leaders program, which is just another one of those opportunities to explore leadership, develop your own leadership, keep that training going, keep that moving and learning and growing happening, as we've heard both MENA and Dr. Mahmoud speak about. Let's try this.
Yes, Khaled, you want to say something?
Yes, until Jenna solves the problem, I need to say something. Mina said a great quote about leadership. Leader is a dealer in hope. Napoleon said that. So leader need to have a great hope that didn't need to stop anytime. That so he should take the decision and feel confident that he will do that. So I take this quote in my life. Not to be stopped in decisions that I took before until I end it.
Yeah, I had for a really, really long time. I think leaders always think like that. So Nelson Mandela, of course, we all know him. He said that uh, the winner is a dreamer who never gives up, and he was a leader, a great leader. So I think grit is very important, al-mustabara. So to be persistent and you want to do what you want to do, but at the same time to be flexible. So if it doesn't work, you try with a different way.
Okay. How about now?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Okay. I
How about
always
now?
tell,
Yes.
yeah.
Ah, look at that. Okay, we'll do this then.
I always tell my
Um,
students about the story of Bill Gates when he was presenting Windows 98 and it didn't work. So he just said, that's why we're working on second edition.
yes, yes, I remember Windows
It
98.
happens.
Great. All right. Well, thank you all for your patience and welcome again. And as I mentioned, we're going to talk about just one opportunity out there to continue your leadership development journey. And this is the Aspire Leaders program. If you heard from Mina, our executive director, previously, she talked a bit about the founding, but I'll give you a bit more history. So in 2017, these two Harvard Business School professors you see here, Tarun Khanna and Karim Lakhani, they decided they knew that there was all this talent everywhere around the world. And they thought, how do we give them some more resources and network, bring them together, bring them actually in person originally in 2017 to a place they've never been before, to meet each other, to meet Harvard professors. And so that's how it started. And then as we grew, and now we're an independent nonprofit organization running this fully funded program, but the belief is still the same as what they believed 6 years ago and what we believe today, which is we know there's so much talent around and we want to be able to support them in reaching their full potential, regardless of where they came from, what their background is, what their socioeconomic status is, where they are today, what's their current situation. And so we do this through this fully funded program. In order to be eligible for the program, you should be 18 to 26 years old, currently enrolled in an undergraduate program, or recently graduated within the last 3 years, from a low-income background, and first generation to go to college in your family, meaning that neither of your parents or primary caregivers completed a bachelor's level degree. And I know we already heard from some folks today who mentioned that this is them, or that maybe they're even the first in family, that nobody, you know, their brother, their uncle, their cousin, nobody had gone before them, and they were, you know, a trailblazer in their community, in their family. We will also welcome in those who, if you don't meet the low income first generation college student background, if you're a refugee or a displaced person who has had your life and education disrupted, then we also want to welcome you into the program. And this is the whole program. The idea is that there's many different stages. It's all fully funded, so no cost to you at any point. And that there's something in each stage that you take away, so that even if you just go through one stage, we hope you still learn something. You still learn something about yourself, and you began that leadership journey or continued. And so the first application that you'll fill out is just 15 minutes. So we just want to hear from you. Do you meet the eligibility requirements? A little bit about your family, a little bit about your studies, and that's it. It's that simple to begin. And then it's up to you to go through each of the stages, continue to persevere, continue to be an advocate for yourself, and, you know, make sure you have what you need to get through each stage. And if you go through one or two and then you come back the next year, we love that. So, you know, go through as many as you can, continue to put in the time. And this is meant to be done alongside anything else you're doing. So you're studying, you're in your early career. We try to make this something that you can pursue over 4 to 6 months. That really only takes a few hours of your time a week. So what does each stage look like? So you fill out that initial 15 to 20 minute application, which you can do right now for the next cycle of the program. And if you're eligible, you'll then be invited to the first stage. And in the first stage, you will take an online aptitude test, not meant to look at your aptitude and say whether you're a fit for the program, but rather for you to learn about yourself, which is a really important element of leadership as well, is about learning about yourself and what are your strengths, what are things that you want to work on and develop so that you can be the best in what you want to do and how you're going to inspire others. So this aptitude test is in logic, math, and English comprehension and writing. Since English is required, as you know, some level of English is required to go through the program, but most of our applicants are non-native English speakers, so don't worry. And so you'll complete this assessment, you'll get a full report that you get to have, and then you'll move on to stage 2, where you'll take an online course, self-paced, with Harvard Kennedy professor Ron Heifetz, who's really a specialist in leadership and tries to inspire you to know, how do you have the tools and how do you think about as a leader, what do you want to do in your life and how do you then find those tools to get there? And if you complete this course, you'll go through it and then you'll take a short assessment with Aspire Institute. And then if you pass that assessment, which really is also not supposed to be a barrier to continuing, it's really about just reflecting on the course for you, making sure that you gain something from going through that experience. And then we'll provide you with a certificate for this portion of the program, signed by our co-founders who are Harvard Business School professors. And if you get that certificate, you'll be invited to stage 3. And this is when the program becomes live. So it is all online, but in this portion of the program, you get to actually meet the global community that is all of these Aspire applicants going through. And so we have people from over 155 countries who join the program. And we have professors and faculty from the US, from outside the US, from other areas around the world, and from all different areas of research and interests, from things in arts and humanities and architecture to STEM fields, medicine, science, biology, more social sciences like human rights professors and people in, you know, government or business. So many different things for you to choose from in stage 3. And these are 90-minute seminars with these world-class educators that are offered across about a month. And typically people will attend 1 to 3. So 90 minutes long, you get the chance to learn something new, no prior knowledge is needed. And then you'll get to discuss with this global community as well. So you may be sitting in Egypt or somewhere else in the Middle East or North Africa, but you'll be in this room with people who are from Latin America, from the United States, from South Asia, like Bangladesh or India, from Southeast Asia, maybe from Indonesia or the Philippines, and then folks from the African continent as well. We have people from all over, and you get to learn from them, and you get to share your context too. Where did you come from, and what is then your opinion or your thought or your question for them or for the educator in the room as you learn together? So these 3 stages, it's just you apply and you just put in your work at each stage if you want to get through those 3. And we hope from that you've got some more leadership skills. You have this self-confidence. The world, you've gained some global awareness, and you've met some great people that you get to network with, hopefully moving forward. And if you do complete stage 3, then you will be part of the group that gets to have the possibility of being invited to stage 4. So stage 4, we will choose those who have really shown the most potential and engagement through these first 3 stages to join our more select group in stage 4, where you get to go through more personal and professional development workshops, things like putting together your resume, how to pitch yourself in a networking situation. And you'll also be asked to put together a full application to join our final stage 5 cohort. So this will include gathering your LinkedIn profile, a personal statement that you'll write, your resume, getting letters of recommendation, things like this. And then a large committee will review those applications and choose who joins this final cohort. And in that final cohort, you'll get access to Harvard Business School style case studies, where you'll get to read these case studies, discuss them in smaller peer groups, and then actually meet with 4 different Harvard Business School professors over Zoom over 2 Saturday sessions. And if you go through all 5 stages, it doesn't stop there as far as what is available to you. And even if you go through the first 3, you can reapply another cycle. You might be invited to some, alumni gatherings still. But if you go through all 5 stages, you'll get access to what are called extended leadership opportunities in that same year. So these are things from mentorship sessions with current experts in the field or retired experts who worked in their specific field for many years. Smaller grants, if you want to take, you can apply for these smaller grants if you want to take another online course or a TOEFL exam or a GRE to go to graduate school, anything that's going to further your academic and professional development. You can also be a part of our Community Action Awards, which is a really exciting opportunity for those who really want to pursue an initiative and a project in their home community to make an impact. And you'll go through a proposal and pitch process with the chance to win up to $10,000 US dollars in seed funds to begin that. And then finally, all of our alumni come together in our online community to share similar ideas, to share with those who are in similar region or places them, and maybe even meet up in person. And then our ambassador program allows folks to give back and help and inspire and put those leadership skills into action, and help the next generation that's going to go through the Aspire Leaders program. So as you can see, there's many different offerings through this program. And as I mentioned, it's all fully funded. There is an application that is open for our 2nd cycle of the program for this year. And so to be part of that cohort, we encourage you to apply by March 22nd. If you happen to miss this early action deadline, you can still apply before April 19th, or you can tell a friend or a peer or someone else in your community who might be eligible, and they can apply by then. So don't worry, you do have until this final date, but the earlier you get in, the earlier you can begin the program and have priority access to things. So it only takes 15 minutes to apply. We'll make sure that you have that information if you're here today. And so that's the basics of the program. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing so I can maybe see some more of you. And Mahmoud, should we take some questions or move into the alumni panel?
Maybe we can allow some questions. So if anyone has question about what you explained, then they feel free to put the mic on and ask the question.
Yeah. Sounds great. Yeah, I would love to hear from folks, either questions or, what are you hearing after this? What are you curious about? I see Omar. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Where are you joining from, Omar?
I'm from Egypt.
Great. Welcome.
Thank you. Actually, I would like to ask about the result of acceptance in this program. I applied for the program before the session, but I would like to know when can I know I accepted or rejected, something like that. Yeah.
So if you meet the eligibility requirements, you're going to be accepted. So you can, know that if you meet those eligibility requirements and you applied, then you will be accepted, but you'll be told about that acceptance on March 29th.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
There's actually one question many students ask me about since last year. They ask me what's special about Aspire Institute, why it's different from other training programs or coaching and so on. So I always answer them that beside learning by doing and student-centered education, in which the student really does something by himself or herself, they don't stop when the program stop after 6 months. They continue supporting you by you becoming from the big family of Aspire as Aspire alumni. So they help you with mini grants, they help you with awards for your project if your project help your community entrepreneurial project. So they support you with funding to help your community. They support you to find opportunities to have GRE test and TOEFL test if you want to continue your studies abroad. They don't stop just by finishing the program. You become part of Aspire somehow. So, and this is something unique. Something doesn't exist in other online programs, and that's something that is I really like about Aspire. So, sorry. So I just wanted to share this with you.
Yeah.
I need
Thank
to
you
eat
so
something.
much. Thank you. Yes, I mean, you come through and you're part of this lifelong community. And we're starting to, as we have large groups of applicants and alumni from certain areas around the world, and Egypt is becoming one of those, as well as, other countries in the MENA region. And so we're starting to offer these in-person gatherings where alumni get to come together. We want that to happen. We want you to be able to, actually meet each other if you're in the same place. And so, we're developing these opportunities for that community to continue to grow and learn from each other, and you don't lose that network that you built. But you also don't lose the connection with the global community, which is really unique, I think, as well. As many programs may be localized. Maybe you get more hands-on, the whole program's in person. But do you get to interact with people that you would never get to meet while just sitting in your home? So most likely not, right? So I think that's also just a really unique thing. And even, working for Aspire Institute and being a part of this community, it is really amazing to learn and meet, learn from and meet people from all areas of the globe who have really interesting perspectives and thoughts to bring to the table. So I think that should guide anyone too in whatever career you want today or any, academic journey you take. But we're a globalized world, and so we want to support that growing global network.
Great.
Right.
Anyone has any question before we go to the next part؟ ولو حد عايز يسأل بالعربي ممكن يسأل بالعربي وأنا أترجم لهم، يعني مفيش مشكلة. بس فاطمة, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Sorry, I have just attended. I was late for the session, but I got the information about Aspire program. So I didn't have the opportunity to talk about myself when Dr. MENA took the earlier. But I'd like to ask one question about Aspire program, which is mandatory to be the first generation college student in my family. Does it make me ineligible or something like that?
So first of all, Fatma, where are you joining from today?
Actually, I'm from Egypt, Upper Egypt to be specific.
Great. And so your parents or your primary caregivers did one or both of them complete a bachelor's degree or higher?
Yeah, exactly. This is the problem. Both of my parents are, they were college students, and even they applying. My mother is a master student. Is already master student. That's why I'm asking. This is the specific problem for me.
Yes, so our program is for those who are first generation to go to college in their family and from a low income background, unless they are refugees or displaced persons. So it sounds like you may not be eligible for this opportunity, but you took a great chance in coming and learning more. And we hope that you find other opportunities, or maybe tell those who would be eligible about our program. But we do have specific eligibility requirements, and that's who we're focused on in this specific program.
Okay, I got it. Thank you very much.
Yes, no problem.
If you allow me, she still has an opportunity in this hackathon to learn lots of soft skills.
Yes.
Communication skills, management skills, project management, innovation, entrepreneurship. So these also are very good tips and tricks for leaders that they could use.
Yeah, of course, Dr. Mahmoud. Thanks
You're
very
very
much.
welcome.
Great.
Okay, so we move to the next session,
Yes.
and we have the Aspire ambassadors. Please, Jenna, go ahead and we can start with our ambassadors with you.
Great. So which ambassadors do we have here today? I know we had Mahmoud.
Yes, Mahmoud, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, so hello everyone, how are you? My name is Mahmoud Abdelhamid. I am a senior pharmacy student and currently I am Aspire Alumni Ambassador.
Great.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned it earlier, but could you tell everyone, where you are in college and what you're studying?
Yeah, so currently I'm a senior student. I'm studying pharmacy at Sadat City University.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we have also Khaled Salama. أهلا Khaled. Please introduce
Yes.
yourself.
Okay. Hi, Jenna. Do you listen me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I am Khaled Salama, student at Faculty of Electronic Engineering at third year, Computer Science Department. I am interested in embedded system software engineering, especially in robotic design.
Great. Great. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
And anyone else here, Dr. Mahmoud?
Yeah, we have Osama Al-Darjiri. He told me he will join us in a few minutes because
Yes,
he's still at work. You're with
I'm
us,
here.
Osama?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry,
So,
open the camera. Wait a minute. Hello. Hello, everyone. This
hi,
is
Hello.
Osama Dardiri. Nice to meet you. I am Osama Dardiri, a senior pharmacy student at Al Azhar University, and I am Aspire alumni, cycle 2 2022. Nice to meet you.
hi, Osama.
And this is everyone from
You're
alumni.
using the account of your friend Omar Ahmed, right? So,
Yes,
yeah, so I'm just letting everyone know that his name is Osama Al-Dardiri, and he's one of the very active and very enthusiastic Aspire ambassadors.
Thank you, Dr.
I'm very happy you're here today, Osama, with us.
I'm really too happy to be with you.
Because I know what you did in order to be with us, and you were working and in a pharmacy, and you came quickly to attend in time. So thank you
Yes.
very much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Great. Well, thanks so much for introducing yourselves. Next, I would love for you to tell our audience today about your journey in the Aspire Leaders program and how has it stayed with you? How has it impacted what you're studying or doing for work? How did it, give you any skills or insights, or what things do you feel like it inspired you to do, or how has it benefited you in what you're doing today? So who would like to start?
Yeah. Okay, I can start.
Okay, go ahead.
So I think Aspire like was a great journey for me. From the beginning of the program, I have like made a great network from people. For example, I meet Abrar from Palestine. She is also a medical student and she is a great one. Also, I meet Nawal from India and I meet Husban from Yemen. So imagine all these people I meet from around the world. And I think without Aspire, I didn't have this kind of chance to meet all these people from around the world and these kind of inspiring people. They are great people, really. Also, in Aspire, I have the opportunity to learn about how to apply for a program. Like if I want to travel, for example, or get master degree abroad, I now have the chance because I learned how, like, for example, to write a personal essay or a recommendation, or have like a recommendation letter, or get my transcript from the university. I had gone through this journey, so I think Aspire was like a great spot for me. So
Great.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. So great to hear that you're still in touch with your global community and new friends, and that you felt like you have, skills that really help you like get the next job or internship or grad school or whatnot. So
Yeah,
great.
exactly. Thank you.
Osama, did you want to go next?
Yes. Aspire really, I can say, aspired me, especially meeting Dr. Mahmoud, because Dr. Mahmoud, we have a little conversation together in the few days, but he really affected my personality. Let's start with now speaking with people in a foreign language. It wasn't easy for me, but I did it, and I'm here with you doing my what I did before. I also can say that the idea or the lessons that we learn from professors, like how can we start a project, really inspired me before. If you hear about Enactus, I accomplished with my team that we won as a World Cup, okay, in a project we provided, which called Shy to Shrimp, and this project we turned the shrimp meal into a valuable product. We take this product and transformed it into shituzan and spices, and we learned and we held a clubs and learned people, taught people how to make this process, and we managed to increase their income. So it was a great project, and the basic knowledge and the principles that I learned from Aspire professors, what lead me to take this action. So I'm here to thank them very much.
That's great. Yeah, so great to hear about your project, the impact that you've made, and the people that you learned from, the leaders that you met through the program. So congratulations on that.
So I'm inviting everyone to join Aspire and take this advantage. They can learn many things in addition to other opportunities they will find. We will tell them about.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Khaled, would you like to go ahead and tell us more about how Aspire impacted you?
Okay, I will tell you about the most interesting stage in Aspire Leader Program. It's stage 5. You have to read a case study curricula that about any topic. That topic that I didn't know before. It's my first time to know these topics, and then discuss with your peer, a group in this topic, and take a main point and answer for question. So after that, the most interesting that you discuss this paper with your professors from Harvard and another university around the world, that you to understand well the topic, until it was the first time that you read this topic and discuss the problem of the topic. And the most interesting is that you discuss with people that different cultures and different language, that you meet in the same thing. You need to know about this topic and discuss for different and the cultural exchange. So it helped me to know a lot of people, to deal with professor. I felt so proud for that. It opened the door for me to bigger dreams in my life. So I said before that I gain experience from this professor, that not only the knowledge that and also the knowledge and experience. As I said before, leadership is a skill that you learn around during your life. So you gain experience when you face a problem, when you face something. These professors shared with us their experience and problem in many topics related to many fields. So after that, after I have graduated from the program, I took a leader in Rubicon Monofia University. My team, I was a leader, so I can deal with the problem, take my decision quickly and carefully. So I apply what I learn in my life. So I thank Aspire Institute to give us this opportunity, and I ask all people to join this opportunity, that you have a dream in your hand, to make it a real, that you learn from Harvard professors and another professors, deal with another people, different culture in your home. So I think that you need to join.
Great, great. All of you really talk to this, that there are maybe some what we call like hard skills that you learn, right? Maybe like how to better network or write your resume or something like that. But what I'm hearing is that these soft skills, the leadership development, the people, that's what made the experience for you. And that's what made you believe that you could, that belief in yourself, that's intangible, we say, right? You can't hold like that belief in your hand like a resume or a something like, or a certificate, right? But it's like you talked about that you just believe you can do greater things and you want to do that. And then you're all here today to also inspire others. So you're not just saying, oh, I believe I can make an impact, and you are making an impact with your projects or with your career, but also just being here today makes an impact, and you're, you've become inspiration to others. And it's really great to hear that. So thanks for sharing all of that. I know we've heard a bit about this, global community, a bit about, the people you met through the program. But would anyone like to speak to that a bit more, what it really meant to, or maybe, a story from when you went through the program of interacting with someone who came from a very different culture and place in the world, and what that was like? Does anyone have any example or story or thoughts?
Yes, I would be happy. I was entering IELTS exam, and I need someone to help me in speaking. Someone may be native, or he maybe entered the exam before. And when I asked someone in Aspire, an alumni, I find many who want to help, and I did well in the IELTS exam thanks to them. So it's one advantage you can take from being in this community. Learn language, maybe an opportunity.
That's great. Yeah. Example of the lifelong community, right? You called upon someone, said, I need some help. And someone said, sure. That's great. Great. Mahmoud, did you have something to add?
Yes. I'm actually seeing lots of potential, and I see it from a different way or a different perspective, because I did an MBA, and I just would like to tell the young audience that this way of teaching, like give you a case study from Harvard Business School, and you analyze it, and to know how to be critical for this information. This is a level of MBA training. So actually, you're getting something that is really different on both academic and practical work. This is my first comment. The second comment, you get the chance to practice your language, to interact with different cultures, to interact with different people, not only the American one from the coaches and the trainers and so on, but also from all over the world. Interaction is the best thing for you to grow. The more you interact with other cultures, the more you're going to learn, because everyone has something good. And if you learn the good in every culture and the good in everyone, you definitely is going to be a great leader. So I'm encouraging everyone to apply for Aspire, because it gives you opportunity much better than reading a book or listening to a video on YouTube. You interact, and that's like the Americans say, that's the beef. So that's the thing. هي دي الحكاية، هو ده المغزى. That's the best thing you can do, to interact with different experiences. Then you will become professional. That's what I wanted to comment.
Great. Thank you. Yes, I agree. Any other alum want to share a story about the global community you built?
Yeah, so here I want to say that I have talked to Aspire alumni from 2020. She was called Fatima Muhammad, and she was like I have like just found that she's studying the field that I have intention to study. So I have contacted with her in LinkedIn, and she helped me a lot. And currently, this year, she has won a scholarship to study master degree in Harvard Business School or Harvard University, sorry. So I think there's like a good opportunity that I will join here one day, inshallah, in Harvard.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's all.
great. And someone not even from your cohort. So, this just shows that as we run this program more years, someone's going to reach out to you all someday and say, oh, I'm in the 2025 program and you were in the 2022 one. And, can you help me? And so
Yeah,
it's just a continual, growing community. Great. Well, you've already touched on this a bit, but I want to just let you all have a final word and say, what's your advice to those thinking about applying, those who maybe applied and are waiting to hear, or to just other people out there who are saying, what opportunities do I want to take advantage of? Should I take advantage of this? What do you have to say to them? Any advice?
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a little story. When I started to apply or fill the application form of aspiring program, me and a friend of mine were filling the form. So he told me, Osama, do you think that Harvard University will accept us? I told him, why not? Because all the eligibility criteria matches us. So why not? So he told me, okay, we applied. And when we got the acceptance email, we really got surprised. Wow, we did it. And the next stage, when they asked us to pass an exam, this exam which contains some programming, and we are pharmacist into chemistry, not into programming. So it was somewhat difficult. But I told him, let's take the exam and don't think about the result. Do exert your effort, what you can do, and don't think about the result. So result it's not in your hand, but effort is in your hand. So when we did it, we passed. We didn't know that the result of the exam didn't determine if we continue the program or not. But when we just passed the exam, we got the acceptance letter for the next stage, and it's okay. Just do your best. So don't be hesitated and take the action, and that's it.
Yes, I like that. Yes, just go through it, put in your best effort, be yourself.
Yes.
And I also love that you did the program alongside a friend, So anyone who's thinking of applying, maybe you're scared, grab some friends and say, let's all apply together. And then we also, now have our ambassadors like yourself, Osama, and Mahmoud and Ahmed, Khaled. And you are here for the next group of applicants as well. So thank you. Who else would like to share, Khaled or Mahmoud?
Yes, I can
Yeah.
share.
Go ahead.
Okay. As I read before, you will never experience personal growth if you fear taking chances. So you don't wait until the chance to get in your hand. Just you need to work for the chance. Don't wait for it. That you need to go. You have a program founded by Harvard University. Discuss with your Harvard professors around the world. New learning, culture exchange with different people. So why you need to wait? You need to go. You need to learn from your home. That you don't need any requirement that you need to travel or anything else. That you will learn, as Dr. Mahmoud said, you interact with people. First, in Aspire, in the first stages, I feel lost that many people have different accents that you all talk English, but all not the same accent, so you need to learn from them and you need to understand them. So I learned their accent, Indian, Australian, South Africa. Everyone talk English with his accent, so you need to learn, interact. One day you will travel and interact with different people, so you gain experience now. So why you wait?
Great. Yes. And yes, why wait? The application's open. Take a chance, put in the effort, I agree. Great. Good words of advice. Mahmoud, go ahead.
Yeah, so I want to tell people like use it like don't hesitate and just go use the best of this program. You can apply and try to engage with the program. You will find it very useful through all the stages. Even if you didn't just even if you didn't get to the like the fifth stage, you will learn you learn something, from the beginning, from the start of like the application. The first one, when you try even the 15 minutes in the first, when you try to apply for the application, you will learn something new about yourself. You will learn about your family and like that you are special. You are kind of special because not all of the students have the chance to go to college, and you did it. You did it. Although your family didn't have this kind of chance, you had done it. So go and apply. Even in the second stage, you will learn about programming course from edX platform. So you will learn also about leadership. So have this kind of chance, and then in the next stage, you will learn like some kind of hard skills from like writing about your personal essay or resume, or having a recommendation letter from a professor in your college. You will like make some networks from with professor in your university. So just don't hesitate and go and apply for the program. ما تترددش وروح وقدم. تمام.
Thank you all so much. So yeah, thank you to all of our alumni who've taken the time to be here today and continue to be so inspiring and thoughtful. And then everyone who's in the room, you've already made a big step by just showing up here today, taking your time to learn about opportunities, learn about leadership, go through this conference that Dr. Mahmoud has put together. And you've made that big step, so just keep going, to get through the application to this opportunity, other opportunities, and then, just put in your work, return and persevere and show, your leadership potential. We know you all have it in you. So thank you so much. And I think, now we can take a few questions, hear from those in the room. Does that sound good, Dr. Mahmoud?
Yes, it sounds perfect. There is something I would like to just put the spot on it.
Please.
What something that I really like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Aspire put a wide group of young people to help, among them also students that are impacted by disaster or conflicts and so on. And many of my colleagues and friends from different countries are very much attracted to this because they know in their countries or in people that they are helping in their work, they know that they can help them by advising them to go to Aspire. What I need you to correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, those students, they can apply if they are from 18 years old until 26, but they don't have to be first generation college students, right? So
Yes.
if their parents already got education, but they are impacted by conflicts, then they can apply.
Yes. So if they have had to, they're displaced or living in a different country to seek refuge because of conflict or disaster, natural disaster, something like that, then they do not need to be low income or first generation to go to college, but they should still be college age and, enrolled in college at some point, maybe they are.
Jenna, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah,
No?
now yes. Yeah.
Oh, did you not hear me before?
Just for a few seconds. So
okay.
I actually I in the last 2 or 3 days I got to know really wonderful people that they are helping refugees. They have like it's an organization that started in France, and now a friend of mine, Mutwakkil, he is originally from Sudan, and he moved to Europe like 30 years ago, and he would like really to help refugees by peer learning. Would you allow me to introduce him to you?
Yes, of course.
He's with us today. I see him. So I wanted to get the chance to put brilliant people together.
Yes.
Good afternoon or good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mutawakkil. Please introduce yourself and 42, the answer of everything.
Yeah, before that, I'll start with my name, Mutawakkil Muhammad Usman. I'm originally from Sudan. I co-founded Hack Future Belgium, is a coding school for refugees and people with limited access to education. The reason why I co-founded Hack Future because I come from the same background. I was a refugee in the Netherlands for 5 years. I couldn't go to university, I couldn't study, I couldn't learn. And for now, I have new initiative is 42, is a coding school across Africa and MENA region to help to settle the first coding school, for instance, in Egypt, in Sudan, in Kigali, but we are starting with Egypt as a regional hub. And yeah, the idea of 42 is the answer of everything, as you know, from the novel book. My question is, for instance, I'm 32 years old, but I'm not eligible for the Aspire Leader program. Is it any possibility for people from the same age to participate in the program?
So we will make some exceptions. Can you hear me? Okay.
I hear you very well.
Okay, great. Well, first of all, hello, nice to meet you, and congratulations on the great work that you're doing. Would love to follow up and see how we could collaborate as we're working with some similar people and have our missions aligned, I believe. But also to answer your question, we do make some exceptions for those who are 30 or under typically, if they are enrolled in college or recently graduated within the last 3 years and they meet the other eligibility requirements. So if for some reason someone had to begin, university later or is still, finishing their degree, we will make some exceptions, typically up to about 30 years old, but, maybe 31, 32 if we get to hear your story. So in the application, there is a section for folks who are in this situation to explain a bit more and for our programs team to look more closely. But you will still need to meet the other eligibility requirements.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Yes.
much. Regarding Sudan, is it Sudan part of the program because Sudan was under sanction for the last 10 years?
So this program is global. So wherever people are in the world, they can apply. It's online, as long as they meet the eligibility requirements. So, which is those that are 18 to 26 years old, either low income and first generation to go to college, or a refugee or displaced person, and either currently enrolled in an undergraduate program or recently graduated. So we have had some great applicants and alumni from Sudan, and whether they're living there now or not, and would be definitely open to more.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Mahmoud.
You're very welcome. And I'm looking forward to working with you and letting other people that you're helping also know about Aspire and maybe also apply for the program.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too. So anyone has a question?
minutes. Julia, I see. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you can hear me fine. I'm in the train right now, and the connection keeps cutting out. I had a question. So thank you, everybody. It's really inspiring to listen to you, and well done for
We can't hear you, Julia.
explained. Can you hear me?
Now, yes.
Yes.
Please
now.
go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Dr. Mahmoud explained it as a learning, but yeah, like a people-centered. Yeah, I mean, it requires some self-organization, independence, and a lot of soft skills as well. So, how was your experience with that, as in contrast maybe to a formal kind of teacher-learner situation?
So it was a little bit interrupted, but I think Yulia is asking about the part I was speaking with them. Yulia, by the way, is also a great entrepreneur from Germany, and that's why I say Yulia, not Julia. Is that right?
That's very right. Thanks.
Yeah,
for the introduction. Sorry.
And I was so pleased by getting to know her, and she also helped people with difficult situation and impacted by disasters.
Yeah. So my understanding was the difference in our program versus like what they're getting in university or typical classroom environments. Correct?
Yes, basically the advantages or maybe disadvantages as well. And if the students also have just share their experience. That was the question. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I would love to hear from some of our alumni. What I will say first is that we are, providing an opportunity that is able to be done in tandem with whatever else students are doing. So it's just another opportunity to have a network, to meet other educators, to learn new things. But it is by no means a replacement of, their current studies or any other mentors they may have in their community or anything like that. But I would also love for maybe some of our alumni to share what was the difference in going through this program, and how did it differ from maybe your university studies where you are, and how did it add to that?
Yeah, hello, Jenna.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I want to share that in my local university, I didn't have much to, I didn't have like much, most of the students were like from my local government. So I didn't like with Aspire, I have the chance to speak like to people and students from different countries and different cultures. I didn't have this kind of experience in my country and my university. So this was like a great chance. Also, like the kind of professor we learn, like in Aspire, for example, I have this like I have found that the organization is very organized from inside, and like before each meeting, for example, or each lecture, I have like an email 5 minutes before the lecture, like sending me the Zoom link to the meeting. So this kind of organized organization I didn't find in my country, and this was a good chance for me to learn about this. And like I want to be in something like this. I want to be in an organization like Aspire. I want to be part of it.
Yes, and there were also assignments with your peers, right? Like group work, teamwork, and case studies.
Yes,
You were thinking together, right?
Yeah, this was like in the 5th stage where we had like the chance to be like in a group from 8 people, and we discussed the case with each other. It was a great chance to meet people also. For example, we was discussing a case about Chile, and we had someone from Chile to tell us about his personal experience about this case. So it was really an amazing thing. And I have connected with her in LinkedIn and asked her some questions. So this was like a very, very good experience.
And tell me more about that, about like the experience to be in a team and to think together, to brainstorm together, to be creative, group creativity. Tell me more, like what you were doing in the meeting, like to work together on the same case.
Yeah, so I want to tell you, Dr. Mahmoud, all my life in Egyptian education system, they telling us that we are Egyptian, we aren't leader, but we work under, we do like the best in under good leadership. So I think, under Aspire and the kind of leadership they have taught us, we do best. Like we study the cases and we go in the system and we learn everything. So making this, making Egyptian people as leader, they do the best, I think. So like working with these people and have this experience and different opinions from, like you can see, for example, in Chile case, like there was a case about Chile and how the minister worked with the money they have from Qatar. They have a lot of money from Qatar in 2004, and the minister like had the minister had opinion about this kind of case, and we had like someone from Chile. She told us about her opinion, and like some people was against it, and some people were with it, and she had she told us about like some of her family had been like in this kind of problem. So I am not very good at expressing my opinion, but this program was really very good. And working with a team, it was a very good chance for me. As before in university and in like primary school, secondary school, I didn't have this chance, but in Aspire, I had.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I guess we can take any final questions and then we'll close for today or for this session, and you can stay on to whatever else Dr. Mahmoud has planned for you. Any other questions or comments or thoughts?
We have still 6 minutes.
Okay. And Dr. Mahmoud, will you be able to share with everyone, or I can share with you to share with them the link to apply, our social media channels, our website, things so that they can learn more and complete their application, hopefully in the next week or so?
So Aspire ambassadors and myself we are all there for your questions. On LinkedIn, Facebook, and Telegram, you can contact us. You can speak with us, chat with us. Any question you have, you can find us on both social media channels, LinkedIn and Facebook. I know Egyptians, they love Facebook, so we are there. I will share with you the link in the event, the links to our different accounts. So you can continue asking us, or during your application, if you have any questions, or even after the applications, we're always there for your questions. There are parts I can answer. There are other parts, the ambassadors, the graduates from Aspire program, they can answer better about more details about what they took inside the program. So we will work together as a team. So don't hesitate to ask us.
Great. And you can reach out to our team as well. But if you can also reach out to the ambassadors and Dr. Mahmoud, and you can, ask your questions maybe in Arabic of them. If you do write to us, make sure it's in English, or we will work with all of them to help get your question answered as well.
Great. So if you allow me, I will put all the links to also like in one post on the event, or one comment in the event in the chat. that they can find all profiles of Aspire Leaders Program, Aspire Institute, maybe you also, and yeah, they will have multiple options to choose.
Sounds good. Great.
I'm really very grateful and thankful for you, Jenna, and for Hannah, and for Mina, that you were together with us today. And I think many Egyptians can have a great opportunity by joining your program. And I hope that they apply soon. They don't wait until the last day of the application, which is 22nd of March. There will be an opportunity to apply after that, but please try to don't miss the first deadline. Then you have a better chance. And we hope that we see you, Jenna and Hannah. We see you more and more in the coming days. And if you need any help, if you need anything, we are always there. So thank you, and thanks for our audience.
Yes. Well, and thank you for organizing this wonderful event and for inviting us to be a part of it. And also for just your continued collaboration and you know, everything that you do to work with our alumni and inspire people from across the MENA region to take advantage of other opportunities and be a leader. And thank you to all of our alumni. It's always great to hear from you, and I feel inspired from by you as well, and so proud of everything you've done, and really appreciate you taking the time, of course, to continue to be a part of our Aspire family. And we hope that anyone who's in the room today, if you're eligible to apply, great. If you know someone who's eligible to apply, tell them. If you want to, you know, be like Dr. Mahmoud and work alongside us and tell others, please, you know, reach out to him or myself, and we'll make sure we can continue to work together. And yeah, congratulations to everyone who took the step to be here and learn something new today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, Dr. Mahmoud. Thank you,
Great.
Jenna.
Yes, thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
I thank Aspire Institute, and I tell the rest of our attendees that our day is still continuing, and we have a great workshop with a great person. I met him myself, and this person, when you sit with him, he has a flow of knowledge, a flow of information. He is the pioneer of science communication and science journalism in the Middle East and MENA region. Please welcome with me Ustaz Muhammad Al-Sambati. And now I will move to Arabic. أهلا بكم جميعا.